Welcome to Going Beyond. I am Professor Werner. This is our last show, dealing with the biggest questions humans can imagine. And some I have a hard time believing you came up with alone. It's too late to send in new questions, so let's see if there are a few old ones left over. So let us consider today's first question. Professor Werner, how do you know something is unknowable? Well, this question does not make sense. It is not logical. Consider an example from a famous mathematical paradox. What about the barber in town who shaves all people who don't shave themselves? Is he shaving himself or not? That question has no answer. And I look at the next question. Dear Professor, how far in the universe have we explored, probed, or seen? This is a much more complicated question than you might think. Consider an object that you see and where the light took 13 billion years to reach us. When the light left that object, the universe was much smaller than it is now, since the universe is growing. So at that time, when the light left, this object was quite near to us. But now it will be very far out. So is it near or far? It has no unique answer. Both answers are equally right, and therefore the concept of a unique distance is meaningless. And I come to the last question today. How do we stay faithful when the world keeps changing? Of course, I knew the last question on the last day would be something like that. I cannot answer. I know that everybody has to come up with her or his own answer to that question. And a good way to start to find such an answer would be to join a community of those who talk about these questions. And a good way to join such a community would be to go to the church camp.
Here we are. It's our last day of camp, and there's going to be lots of mixed emotions today. It is appropriate then that we close the week with Luke 10. Jesus sends out a large group of disciples to share the good news. While campers may be focused on friends they fear they may never see again, try to direct attention back to God, who is always with them, and the constantly connected body of Christ. Remind campers of the week's themes and the lessons they learned and how important it is that they take those beyond camp. Jesus knew the journey would not be easy. Too often, we let the warm, fuzzy comfort of camp lead us to believe that a life of faith is easy. On the contrary, we know that living out our faith will invite critique and judgment from others. But still we go. We go to make the world a better place, sharing our voice of the prophet within us, knowing that hope is real and that by our example, God will be visible and even bigger than the world ever imagined. Living out the lessons we've learned this week and practiced at camp can be intimidating. It can feel like something beyond our ability. It can feel like something beyond our imagination. That is what our week of camp has been all about, going beyond what we know and discovering what can be. It may not seem possible, but what if? What if we go beyond?
Remember to keep asking questions. God is always bigger than we think. Keep going beyond.